What's up YouTube, Mex Tech Guy here. So in today's video I'm going to be unboxing and giving you my experience on the new Samsung Gear VR. Just to get pricing out of the way, it's going to set you back about 130 bucks, so a little bit pricier than last year's model, but there's a reason for that. The unboxing is straightforward and clean as always. Out of the box you get the VR headset and a small box containing all the accessories to get you up and running. First you get the usual manual and safety stuff. Next you get the straps for the headset. You also get some adapters to swap out the port for the phone if you have a Samsung device with micro USB. You get some batteries, which is awesome. And last, you get the controller along with a wristband so it doesn't go flying out of your hand. So to set up the VR, you will need to strap the longer strap to the outside of the VR and the shorter one straps to the top of the VR, like so. And just adjust at your liking. What's nice is that they include an extra strap so that you can slide in the controller when not in use. Now, if you watched my video on last year's model, then quality is not going to change. You can definitely feel plastic all around, which sounds like a bad thing, but it actually plays well in terms of weight, and Samsung did a nice job about making this VR look high-end. In terms of the design, this model is slightly different, starting off with the most noticeable section, which is the Navigational Pad, which is now a smooth surface compared to the last model. The pad is used for on-screen selection when using the VR and reacts differently when swiping your finger up and down or left and right. Samsung included a home button, which was not available before, but you still have the back button as well as the volume controls. On the top of the headset is the focus scroll wheel, which can be adjusted depending on your eyesight, and the only other change is a USB Type-C port was added to the bottom of the headset for charging your phone. Now, if your phone has micro USB, then simply use the included micro USB to USB Type-C adapter and you're good to go. Physically, the actual lenses inside the headset are larger, or at least seem that way, which should allow for a better viewing experience. And besides that, the only other change is the front, which now has a shiny cover, which is taken off when inserting the phone. Earlier, I did mention that the price was higher for a reason, and that reason is the inclusion of the controller. And believe me, it was much needed. The controller is very light and small, which fits great in the hand, which is great for when playing games that recommend the controller. The controller has virtually all the buttons that are on the headset, but now are at the touch of a button instead of reaching up to your head and maybe touching the right button. Moving on to the setup. The front of the VR is where you place your phone. The inside is adjustable to accommodate Samsung phones all the way from the smaller S6 to the tallest of the family, the S8 Plus. You can easily swap out the adapter if you need the micro USB adapter for Samsung phones with micro USB. Once you lock in the phone and put the headset on, your phone should prompt you to take your phone out and download the necessary apps. Since you will be downloading big files, I suggest making sure you're connected to Wi-Fi before doing so. You should be prompted to log in or create an Oculus account, and once you've done so and all the apps have finished downloading, you will be asked to pair the controller. Which, by the way, is really simple. The on-screen instructions should show you how to do so. Upon the configuration has completed, just pop the phone back on, put the headset on, and then you should be greeted with a safety warning screen followed by the actual Oculus homepage. The homepage greets you with all the apps you can access. Apps are really easy to download and the store is immersive. A lot of apps have been added since the first Gear VR came out, which provides you a great selection of both paid content and free content. Now, if you're like me, you will go for the free section first, and believe me, it's not that I'm cheap, I just don't see the need of buying a VR game because the store has a lot of free apps. You have different categories such as apps that require the controller, or at least recommend it, to just media apps such as Netflix and Hulu. Some of the titles I downloaded were Drop Dead, Lands End, and In Space. If you have a Galaxy S8 or S8 Plus, you will definitely notice a difference in video quality, refresh rate, and just overall performance. Games flow really smoothly with no hiccups and the phone doesn't get hot like in the past. I will say that it's mainly due to the performance upgrade the S8 and the S8 Plus have received. As mentioned earlier, the graphics have gotten much better, which is a huge plus. Some of the games I've played were almost too realistic and some really mess with your mind to the point where I actually felt like I was in the game. As a recommendation, the experience is a lot better with headphones on, especially noise cancelling headphones. You feel more immersed in the VR world when doing so, and some apps even advise to do so. Compared to the previous model, I definitely recommend this one over its predecessor. This year's Gear VR was a lot more fine-tuned, and I really feel like Samsung took the last model back to the drawing table and put some thought into how to make an already great VR even better. The addition of the controller is a huge selling point to me. The controller does allow a better experience and just feels more natural instead of having your hand up to the navigational pad all the time to make a selection. Overall, I truly believe this year's headset is going to impress many people, especially if you have Samsung's latest flagship. The design is still basic, but again, Samsung did a good job about masking the cheap plastic. It's very light, so it's easily something you can carry with you either in your purse or book bag. The price fits what you get. Yeah, it's not a high-end HTC Vive, but that's not who this device is targeting. If you're looking for a good VR headset and don't want to break more than 2 Benjamins, this suits you well. Well guys, that wraps up today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I put a link in the description of the Gear VR in case you guys are interested. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later.